everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to round number 2 for the 2004 5.3 motor rebuild. Yeah, that's what I said, rebuild. Well, if anybody's been keeping up with the 5.3, we built the motor back in February, March. Then around April, after the owner changed out the original brake-in oil, he started complaining of a ticking noise in the 5.3. Well, we couldn't find anything wrong, and it wouldn't stay consistent. It'd come and go. So we didn't know what the heck the thing was wrong. So I drove it, tested it, sat here for a month, could not get it to do it, sent it home to him. Well, when he got it back, he drove it for a day or so, and then the brakes went out on it, so it sat another month. So, okay, this poor motor's been doing more setting than what it was driven, but when it was drove, it was drove. They got, I think when I checked, there was like 1,500 miles on this motor, and in that time it had 3 oil changes. The first oil change was 700, and then the next 2 were in the next 700. Well, the reason it's set the second time, just a second. Sorry about that. But anyway, the reason it's set there at his house the second time was his brakes went out in the thing. So the year before, the controller underneath blew the top out of it, so he had that fixed, and he goes, oh, that's right. So why he had it up there at this other shop, they fixed the AC and they fixed the brakes for him and that. And he got it back and he says, Rod, the tick is getting louder. So I said, well, bring it back. They got it up here. Didn't seem to be doing anything. So I finally got a couple weeks ago, finally got to where we get the Suburban up here, got the help, got the motor out, put it on the stands. The owner was here for that. And then I called him after I started tearing down the motor. As I started tearing down the motor, we started finding this sticky, gooey crap all over the inside of the motor. Where I'm like, wait a second, something's wrong. So I called him, I said, hey, something is wrong with this motor. So he came up and looked at it, and we tore more apart. And we took the oil pan off the motor. And that's when, if you guys kept track, I don't have it anymore because we sent it off to have it tested. There was literally 1 inch of sludge in the bottom of that oil pan. And the lifters look like 100,000 mile lifters. So yeah, it ended up being a complete, because whatever was in there, I'll show you, on these new pistons, yep, it's new pistons again. See that protective skirting there? That's on both sides of the pistons. Yeah, brand new set of pistons again. Whatever was in that oil started eating that coating off the pistons. It wasn't wear, it was eating. It was ate off. Sorry. So, the result, where we're at right now, everything's been replaced. Cam, lifters, time chain gear, oil pump, pistons, everything's been redone. And we're getting ready to start cleaning the block and prepping it and putting it together. The oil test hasn't come back yet. The oil has been sent off to be tested. All the parts come back good. There's nothing broke. What happened to this motor right now is a total loss. And the guys looked at the oil. They're going to send it off for testing, and they said they ain't never seen nothing like this. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened. But it wasn't a mechanical failure, a part failure, or anything. So, depending on what the oil test comes back, we may or may not ever know what happened to the oil in this motor. So, with that, that's where we're at with the 5.3 now. So, I'm going to get the motor. Well, here's the block. There's the block back, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna use this CRC. Oh, and since we the first time we overhauled this motor, we played heck finding this piece because we thought that seal was replaceable in that. No, that is molded into this timing cover plate, and so there's no seal for that, so you got to get a new plate. There's the Carquest plate number. Brand new head bolts again. This motor, because I had to replace the head bolts last time, if you remember, because the goof. I won't do that again. If you guys ever work on these 5.3 motors, don't put your heads on until after you put your lifters in. Just word for the point. So we're getting ready to spray down the block and start all over again. I got to put the cam bearings in, and yeah, the cam bearings were already showing wear. So yeah, this thing, if it would have ran any longer. Rods have been redone and new pistons. So, and here's the mains. There's the oil pan, all nice and clean, no sludge free. So crank looks great. So I guess it's time. There's parts for the Trailblazer, which that's got to get in here. A lot of shit's got to take place. I've got too much stuff going on. But anyway, I guess I'm going to get that cleaned up, because the machinist sprays it with some stuff, and he says I'll spray it down with a can of that and blow it dry and wipe her down, and we'll be ready to go. So I guess with that, it's time to get into the meat of building the 5.3 again, and hopefully this is the last time we see it. So alright, I'll bring you back when we're starting to do stuff. Alright, here's where we're at. Sorry I didn't get to show you the cam installation. I had a visitor, and I haven't brought up the subject about videotaping while they're here, so I didn't bother. But anyway, the cam is fitted, crank is in. This is going to be the first motor in a long time that I have not used any white lithium grease on. I am using this bottle of stuff that came with the kit. That stuff there, and the old Clevite 77, or Clevite, well, it was, yeah. I know I got another bottle around here, but do you think I could find it at this time? I'll open the second one. Usually you find something by opening up the new one. So, but yep, he's just taking off. I washed the crank down, blew it out, checked all the oil passages, everything's good. It spins nice right now, even with just, I mean, it's nice. So yeah, this is not going to be a complete step-by-step build, but this is more or less documenting and marking everything. There's the casting number on the crank in here. So yep. So I'm going to wipe down the main caps, start putting the main bearings on, and get it to where that crank's held in. I don't have anybody at home tonight, so I'm going to keep going as far as I can until I run out of steam, and then I'll go from there, because tomorrow the door might be open. And the goal is to try and have this motor sealed up tonight, which I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. I know there's some stuff I got to throw in the hot tank and that, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I want to do that tonight or not. I mean, not enough hours in the day for me. Well, here's where we're at. Last piston's getting ready to go in. Hopefully, okay. And you guys can see. So, this is the last piston. Get that open up. And this is my, oh, come on. Don't be in a hurry here, you guys will get on here soon enough. This is my little routine I got going on this. And I can't believe from when I started putting in cam bearings to now, at 4.5, 4 3/4 hours, just get the short block together. And that's been sitting here and just constantly going. think it's, I don't know what time of night it is. I'm just going because I want to get as far as I can on this motor, because we might have to have the shop door open tomorrow, so. Always make sure all the dots are pointed up with this ring set. You'll have to look at your own as you go. Dot. Like I said, this time I'm going against tradition. I'm not using any white lithium grease in this motor this time. I don't know. I just... Alright, there. Okay, there's that ring. I'm going to need that one. Okay. This is what I do now, so make sure the wrist pins had oil. Squirt some, let it run. Flip it over. There. Oh yeah. And then, like I said, I'm not putting any. About time. Good timing there. These are still apart. Yeah. Yeah, my fancy ring compressors I don't have for the 5.3, I just got them for the... Yep, and of course. That was gonna fight me. The one I do on camera is gonna fight me. Okay, there. Was a full roll of paper towels. Been using them to clean my hands off, guys. Nah. There. Bearing. And flat side forward. Right out of the way. Now I just tap top of the pressure ring. Brass hammer. And then I got this little guy now. That way I can feel how the pistons go. There. And okay. Put the lever on that on. And that's where I'm probably going to call it a night. I'll roll this over and we'll do the clearance checks tomorrow. Because it's getting late. I'm getting tired. And yeah, that's where we're at on the 5.3 now. Alright, yep. Now it's time to clean up. We got a short block here. Like I said, I'll check all the clearances tomorrow. It spins over very nicely right now. I Could it? Oh, let's put the 8th one in. Nope. Prior to putting the 8th one in, I could grab it, but my hands are just. Oh. Anyway, yeah. I'll shut you guys off and come back. I thought it. Well, hell, I don't know what I done. But anyway, hopefully you guys got to see the last piston go in. I don't know, I thought I shut this off and come back and it was still recording. Well, sorry about that. Hopefully it recorded what I wanted, but if not, oh well. Anyway, yeah. There's a little oil on the block here. But anyway, we got the short block. Like I said, now I'm totally lost. I don't know where the camera left off at on me. But yep, time to clean up. That was well worth it. It's yeah, snap-on, and no part number on it. Oh, there you go. Piston hammer. I do like that better than my other stuff I was using. But anyway, yep, it's assembled with oil this time. I did not use anything else but oil. Oil or engine assembly lube. All this stuff. Cleveite stuff. And this is what's on the cam. It says for the cam, lifters, bearings, valve train. So we used 2 of them. But I'm going to check all the clearances. Well, I hope I ain't repeating myself, but I know I could look back on the camera, but I'm just shot. I'm done. Like I said, it's time to clean up the tools, put away, and then we'll be at it again tomorrow. And I know the lifters go in before the heads this time. That was an expensive mistake last time, so. But we learn by our mistakes. So anyway, I guess that's where we're going to wrap up for the day 1 of the second rebuild of the 5.3. So, yeah, I guess that's all we can do. So, see y'all later. I got to go home.